Good morning. My name is Kimberly McLeod. I am the Dean for the College of Education and Human Services for Texas A&M University Commerce, and I am pleased to welcome all of you all to what is a historic event for the university as well as for the collaboration of all of these member organizations, which I will introduce to you in just a moment. I want to begin by sharing a quote with you all. There's an author by the name of Maya Angelou who wrote a book called I Know Why They Came First. She's also credited for saying, a bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. And I'm saying that because this will be the first opportunity. We are creating a national core of community members, potential students, and representative organizations to sing their song, to tell their story, to use their unique voice. While all of these organizations are advocates for equity, for social justice, for opportunity, for dismantling institutionalized disruptions where our students do not get access to what they need, while all of them represent that type of advocacy, all of them have their own stories, their own song to sing. This historic event is an opportunity to provide key to access for these organizations to extend across the entire state of Texas. These organizations represent individuals, institutions, communities, and families where college will now be in their reach. It gives us an opportunity for students who have a story to tell, a song to sing. It's an opportunity for their life to reach its maximum potential and possibility through a higher education. And so with that, I want to first introduce our president. Our president, Dr. Mark Rudy, is one that has, well, first of all, stands for equity. He stands for opportunity. He has walked the walk and talked the talk of opening up pages and giving flight to those birds, to those communities, to those students who want an opportunity to hear their voice, to share their voice across the state of Texas. He has done this by one, supporting me and giving us the financial capability to offer these scholarship dollars, which means that some students in these organizations will be able to come to college with Pell Grant assistance for free. This is pioneering. This is what our students, our communities, our adults want. Education is key to social mobility. This is an opportunity to hear stories, to hear songs of our communities across the state of Texas. I'm eternally grateful for the opportunity to serve as dean, and I want to introduce our president of Texas A&M University Commerce, Dr. Mark.
Kimberly, thank you so much for that. This really is an exciting day, and I see a lot of friendly faces up there, folks I know and folks I think I'm going to know very soon. You know, there's an old adage that says, people will judge you by the company you keep. Dr. McLeod, if I look at the folks and the organizations we have in front of us here, I think we hit a home run as far as the company that A&M Commerce is keeping to advance education for everyone within the state of Texas. What's so exciting, if I can comment on, what's so exciting about this opportunity for A&M Commerce, kind of threefold. You know, it's in line with our strategic plan. One of our stated goals is alignment with the community. How do we leverage the resources to advance the economic, social, cultural, health, education of the region in which we serve? And I can't tell you how this partnership fits so nicely into that particular goal. This effort is also consistent to one of the old adages that our founder and first president, Professor William Mayo, stated, where he said, "No industrious, ambitious youth shall be denied an education." How appropriate are those words now that were probably spoken over a couple hundred years ago, now stated in 2020, and made again, once again, possible in partnership with all of you at A&M Commons. But most importantly, I can't help but zero in on a word that Dr. McLeod says over and over again, this word opportunity, right? This word opportunity. And this partnership provides an opportunity, a pathway to success for many students that, God forbid, maybe there wasn't a pathway up until this partnership was created. And again, I look around the talent on the screen and I see all the folks we have out there. This is something that I think will have an immediate impact, Kimberly, but I think the true impact will be realized generations from now, and primarily in Texas. So on behalf of the university, I'd like to thank you all for being part of this. Special thanks, I need to give a shout out to the Texas A&M University system, particularly the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. James Hallmark, and the Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Shonda Gibson, for all their support and help in this endeavor. Also, a special shout out to Abby Harper, who did a tremendous job bringing this together and putting the MOUs together. And she is our Executive Director of Community and Outreach at our university. Thank you so much for that, Abby. So again, a hearty welcome, a hearty thanks to all of you, and I'll turn it back over to you, Dr. McLeod.
Thank you. I want to say that the individuals that are part of this collaborative, I have had the opportunity to work with and serve with on a volunteer basis. All of this work that we have done, the impact that we have had, is that we do it because we care about our community. And as these organizations will now kind of share a little bit about who they are, who they represent across the state of Texas, and their mission and their purpose. Let me say I appreciate all of you. And what we are offering is not only to your members and to the children of your members, but this same type of agreement, we are happy to work with the institutions you represent across the state of Texas. So it's not only for students, it's for those paraprofessionals that want to become teachers, and they just need that helping hand to get there. It's for those adults who have a bachelor's degree, but they want to advance their skills and get a graduate degree. They want to be a master of their trade and what they do. This is an opportunity to provide inspiration and encouragement, but most importantly, the financial support to help kids. This is something we can't put a dollar amount, and I'm so pleased to be able to do this with the first president I want to introduce represents the Texas Caucus for Black School Board. Her name is Ann Williams. She is the new president of the Texas Caucus for Black School Board. Joining her is the immediate past president, Ty G. Jones. And I will allow Dr. Williams to now introduce the caucus and tell us about the board today.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you all can hear me. We try to remove all technical difficulties. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Hendricks, for the head nod. As Dr. Kimberly McLeod has stated, and let me make a correction, I'm not in the doctoral, but I am Ann Williams, Madam President of the Texas Caucus of Black School Board Members. I also represent Alief Independent School District as their board president. It is an honor and a pleasure to be with you all today. I just want to share with you briefly about the Texas Caucus of Black School Board, which we endearly call ourselves the caucus. We have been established back in 1978, and most people will recognize out of the infamous North Forest ISD. At that time when the caucus was developed, it was to speak on behalf of African-American board members, but we also address issues as it relates more importantly to the students across the state of Texas, as well as African-American teachers. To be honest, there's approximately 7,000 school board members across the state of Texas. Of that, there's about 350 African-American board members. We are proud as the caucus to state that we have nearly half of the African-American school board members across the state who are affiliated with our organization, and they see us as a voice as a voice that speaks to different policies that impact our students of color, especially when there's policies dealing with such things as dress code issues or equity or curriculum, or closing the achievement gap. We are the constant voices that are there. We know that there are so many things that are happening across our country, but we're standing fast on those things that we know will impact our students towards the future. This MOU signing today is representative of our beliefs. And that belief is not that we get the students through the door from K-12. We also want to see them succeed on the other side. So we are very grateful and excited about this opportunity. I want to send a special thank you to Dr. Kimberly McLeod. We were so excited to hear of your coming to Texas A&M, and we love you here in the Houston area, but we were excited because we knew that you're going there was not just about you, that you would also make sure that everyone would have a seat at the table. So I am so excited that you worked along with our immediate past President Ty Jones to make sure that this opportunity was forged. We are very pleased, I want to say on behalf of the entire executive board for the Texas Caucus of Black School Board members, we are very pleased and excited. I want to say to the president, thank you. Thank you for making the right choice and getting Dr. McLeod to join your team. I will go out and say that. But thank you also, it's not just that, but allowing her to have the reins to do what it is that she does best. And that is bringing forth a network. And at the end of the day, it's all about doing what's best for all kids across the state of Texas. But of course, we know that that focus, if you ever want to hear the voices or get an opinion or have an influence, always call up on the Texas Caucus of Black School Board members. And I would be remiss if I did not mention also my vice president has also joined us, Mr. Bobby Blunt. So thank you once again to everyone who is here, and we are looking forward to a terrific relationship. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. And hello, Bobby. I don't see you on your screen, but welcome. I see Kaiji Jones. I want to say the Texas Caucus of Black School Board members, even though they represent African-American board members in the state of Texas, these African-American board members sit on the National School Board Association also. So what they are doing not only has a Texas impact, that voice is being heard across the country. And I just want to be clear, every district that your board members serve, if they want this thing, a similar type of agreement, which is, I'm committing as president. The president's promise and what he has allowed me to create, which is a deed opportunity grant, we will extend that to all of the boards if you fit. You just say the word and we will make it happen. We appreciate what you do, the policies that you all create that protect our students. We need voices like yours on this board to protect the best interests of our community. Thank you for your support, the Texas Caucus of Black School Board. And now I want to introduce the Texas Alliance of Black School Educators. Their president is Dr. David Harris. His president-elect is also on the line, Dr. Chris Keyshawn. I also see many of the TAPSE board members that are also on the line. And I have to say I have a special love for TAPSE because I am the immediate past president of TAPSE. And through the work that we did with TAPSE, created the alliances that you see now. Ms. Williams talked about the seat at the table, I would tell our organization, is that if we're not at the table, we're on the menu. And we've got to get our community off the menu. Creating this opportunity to get higher education at Texas A&M University. Commerce is getting our community off the menu, at the table, so they can enter the workforce with the skill set, the mindset, and the network that they need to experience success for many generations. So with that, Dr. David Harris, welcome, and you have the floor.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Dr. McLeod and Dr. Rubin. I just want everyone to know that we proudly accept this plaque as an appreciation and move into our wonderful partnership. Once again, to Dr. Rubin and the entire Texas A&M University Commerce System, it gives me great pleasure to enter into this history-making partnership with your university. I'm confident that together we will reap the benefits of this partnership. More importantly, the students of color that we serve and represent will be the benefactors of this partnership. To Dr. McLeod for planting this seed and watering and nourishing it to get us to this point, I want to say personally thank you as president of TAPSE. I'm sure all the other members also echo our same sentiments. But I would also like to start out and share with Dr. Rubin a brief history of TAPSE and the growth and the state impact that we've experienced over the years. The Texas Alliance of Black School Educators, TAPSE, received this chapter back in November. Matter of fact, it was November the 12th of 1987, with 13 educators, starting out with 13 educators serving as charter members and serving on the board of directors. These founding members were instrumental in laying the foundation of what we are doing here this morning. They set that foundation, and they knew and had a vision for seeing events like this will take place. And those that are still with us here today, they continue to echo and applaud us for the work that's going on with TAPSE. The Texas Alliance of Black School Educators and the leaders during that time, this is what they based everything upon. They said they affirmed the inherent worth, dignity, and educability of African American people. Said that the Alliance challenges forces which obstruct the achievement and the development of educational opportunity for youth and adults. They went on to say that African American children throughout the United States encounter problems that are directly related to their minority groups status. And they said it is the mission of this alliance to enhance and to facilitate their education. As you can see, back then they had the vision for where we are here today. And it's often said also in our litany that there are some things we must do for ourselves. And I want to thank Dr. McLeod and the Texas A&M University system for helping us do some things that we need to do for ourselves. They also said it is the goal of equity, accuracy, and the quality of education ought to be achieved for African American children. It is important that we join together, provide them with educational environment that strengthens and nourishes them for their world societies. And it's good to know that we have people in places like Dr. McLeod, that our students can now go to where we know and that we are assured that they will have the nourishment that they need to be able to compete in this global society that we live in today. Our organization are based upon affiliates. We have 15 affiliates spanning across the state of Texas. Our membership, active membership, have risen to nearly 1,000 active members. We are proud of our expansive partnerships and relationships we have developed over the years. Most recently, we have gained the recognition and acceptance of TASA, the Texas Association of School Administrators, where educators come together every year in large numbers to educate ourselves and to train our teachers. We're also very excited to know and have gained a partner in MASBA, the Mexican Association of School Board Associations, as well as TALAS, the Texas Association of Latino Administrators. We believe that together we are better, and collectively we can make a difference for the children that we serve. And we can continue to promote academic excellence for all students. We have gained state recognition with our organization called TPI, the Texas Education Policy Institute Training Program. This program trains and equips leaders on how to engage political leaders, such as state representatives and senators. Through this program, we have TAPSE members who have now been elected to school boards and have provided a pathway for other civic arenas. Notably, even our own immediate past president, Dr. McLeod, ran for a seat on the school board. Each year, our TAPSY conference comes together, and we're able to provide programs, interaction, and engagement for our leaders across the state of Texas. We're proud to say that this year, for the first time, we'll engage in a virtual conference. And although that the virus has separated us from being able to touch, feel, and engage in conversation personally, it has not stopped us from coming together in heart and in spirit. So we're excited about the upcoming conference. Our organization is also represented by 37 superintendents across the state of Texas. And I can personally say 30 years ago, when I entered into the education arena, there was only about 5 superintendents across the state of Texas. And we now proudly are represented by 37 superintendents because of the partnership and engagement that has taken place with our organization. We have superintendents that lead small rural school districts, all the way to superintendents that lead large metropolitan school districts. We are so honored to say that Dr. Gracia Latham, who leads one of the largest school districts in the state of Texas, is a proud member of our organization. Our TAPSY member superintendents serve roughly 1.5 million students across the state of Texas. I can say that you will have some members coming from the Texas Alliance of Black School Educators students. We're proud of who we are and the pathways that we have taken to help us get us to this point. And we look forward to this powerful partnership, and we will all benefit, both our students and the educators in which we serve. So once again, Dr. Rubin and Dr. McLeod, we proudly accept our plaque and look forward to a wonderful, powerful relationship in the years to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Dr. Harris mentioned that there are now 27, almost 30 African-American superintendents across the state of Texas. What he did not say is that TAPSY is responsible for about 20 of them through our aspiring superintendent pipeline. And one of those members is actually part of the commerce community that Dr. Roosevelt mentioned, Community ISD, who came through our pipeline and is excited about doing work with Texas A&M University. Another one, Marlin ISD superintendent, who was just appointed, Dr. Help me. Daryl, what is his name?
Daryl Henson.
Thank you.
Daryl Henson.
Daryl Henson is already reaching out and wanting to work with universities to send students to college, develop dual credit opportunities. This is what we want to do for all of Texas, and we will get to that point, and we will get there together. Thank you, Dr. Harris. And TAPSY represents over 124 districts throughout the state. From their membership, their leadership, you all are well represented. Thank you.
Dr. McLeod, may I just add, Dr. Harris failed to mention that he is an A&M grad himself.
And he's a what? Oh, you're an undergrad from Commerce. You're an alum. All right.
Dr. Harris is?
Yeah.
Dr. Harris, we would have treated you a lot nicer if we knew you.
All right. That's good news. You got to come back now and contribute and grow this next generation, Doc. Thank you. My first year as TAPSY president, the first conference that we put together for advocacy and equity, we did it in partnership with another group who had the same mission and that same focus, wanted to have the same impact, just to provide opportunity and education and access. It was my first time meeting and working closely with this group. I want to introduce them now, and that is the Texas Association of Black Personnel in Higher Education. Their president, Dr. Connie Williams.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Connie Williams, and I'm honored to serve as the state president of the Texas Association of Black Personnel in Higher Education, and as we affectionately call our organization, TAPFID. So we are delighted to be here today. I'm also delighted to recognize several members of our board who happens to join the observance of this signing today. And we are represented by the leadership, not only our board, but by the leadership of several of our chapters as well. We're represented today with our Corpus Christi chapter, our Dallas chapter, our Houston chapter, our Texas A&M chapter, thank you, Dr. Hendricks, and our Tarrant County chapter, as well as Austin. So we are across the state here, and we are delighted to be here. And so this is an exciting day for not only Texas A&M Commerce and for all of the organizations joining us today, and but for all higher education institutions. This is a very unique partnership, and this partnership can serve as a model to provide that much needed funding and resources for students and to move that needle towards increasing access in a more equitable fashion. I will note that we do support those who are not only faculty and staff and administrators of in higher education, but hopefully we'll be able to see some of our members also take advantage of that opportunity to attend this institution in higher education and to move forward in their professional progress as well. So TAPFE was founded in 1973, and we now have over 800 members statewide, along with 9 local chapters. Many of them are so active and doing so much in the higher ed community. And today, TAPFE members everywhere, we are so grateful that with what President Rudin, Dean Kimberly McLeod, and Texas A&M Commerce are doing to help close the educational gaps and foster new partnerships that support our students. We are really grateful for this opportunity. We're so glad to be able to sign this MOU and move forward toward education, toward educating all of us in higher ed. So thank you all so much. And thank you for going that extra mile in supporting all of us in higher ed.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. And what an opportunity to create this type of partnership.
Yes.
Before I introduce our next president, I just want to say that this is the kind of work that our ancestors and forefathers, Black, white, male, female, before fought together. A unique space where people can come together, learn together, grow together, but most importantly, create economic power, education for the communities and the children that we serve. This next president, the president for the Texas American Federation of Teachers, I had the opportunity to cross paths with him, Zeph Capo, years ago when I was just an assistant professor. And I don't know why I was chosen, but somehow I was chosen to participate in the American Leadership Forum. With all of these people with fancy titles, and my title was not fancy at all, but my testimony and the testimony of all of those individuals. And one of the friends that I made along that journey was Mr. Jeff Capo, who at that time was not president, but was still leading a federation of people throughout the country. And I would tell them that, but I told him in that meeting, if I ever need an ally, someone to advocate, fight with me, this man brings the fight within his bone. And he will go to the ends of the earth.
Dr. McLeod, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we're having a very difficult time with your audio. We can hear you, but it's coming in and going out on the audio, please.
All right, thank you. So I think our tech people heard that in the back, and they are working on it, but I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna talk a little louder, and I'm gonna say that Zeph Capo, if you are ever in a point where you need a soldier to stand and advocate and fight for you, this man has it in his bones. He bleeds advocacy. And I think it's been with him since he was a child, as I listened to his 7-minute story. He's an incredible pioneer, an incredible friend, an incredible person in this fight. And year after year, I go back to how can we collaborate? What else can we do? schools across the state of Texas, and he has been a faithful ally in trying to accomplish that. I'm proud to introduce to you the president of the Texas American Federation of Teachers, Mr. Zeph Papa.
Kimberly, thank you very much for that introduction. Mr. President, Madam Dean, on behalf of the 70,000 members of the Texas American Federation of Teachers, we are absolutely honored to be part of this partnership, to move the opportunity to gain higher education, to improve the lives of the families that we represent and the families that serve our students across this state. This is truly a monumentous opportunity for everyone. And as I look back on the journey, Kimberly, I could not be here without you, without your wisdom, without your friendship, without the opportunities to learn that we've built over the years. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your vision of bringing this together and always bringing everyone to the table to be part of the solutions to move opportunities for our students and always having that North Star as your focus. And we appreciate and I'm honored to be part of this with you. I've long fought for public education. I believe firmly in real public schools that meet the needs of our communities and our kids everywhere. As the first generation of my family to go to college, someone who understood that having to work full time through college was a real thing, having to depend on student loans to get through is a real thing. Having to pay for those student loans on a teacher's salary after graduating from college is a real thing. And so this opportunity that the president and you, Madam Dean, have been able to bring forward, I think is going to open up doors that some of our students could only imagine, that some of our students who have really had to look back at the experiences of what student loans many people are having to face and go through now are going to see an opportunity that may thought was closed to them. That's our job as this partnership, is to get that message out there, to share these opportunities, get them in front of as many students and as many families as absolutely possible. Texas AFT has long represented many of our urban areas across the state, but we're growing in suburban areas as well too, like Fort Bend in Southwest Dallas. We're growing in rural areas in Bastrop County and outside of Amarillo and in East Texas, communities across our state. And so we are committed as a partnership to not only speak to our base in Houston and Dallas and San Antonio and others, but to reach out to every family who's looking for that opportunity, to reach out to every one of those school employees, our paraprofessionals, our food service workers, our bus drivers that are looking to upgrade their skills, that are looking to find that next opportunity to move forward within the systems that they work with and ensure that they have not only the financial, not only the guidance opportunities provided by TAMU Commerce, but also the support that we as an organization, a labor organization, can provide to them to help them move through. That's our commitment to you. As someone who has experienced the journey of higher education only as a student, and previously in my role before coming to this one, serving 6 years on the board of trustees with the Houston Community College, I know full well what this means, not just to kids that are graduating from high school, but for so many of our adults that are trying to come back and reestablish their skills and move themselves forward and be the example, not only for themselves, but be the example for their children that are in public schools right now. That is tremendously important to me, making sure that those folks like my mom, who went back to college years after getting us through high school, has that opportunity and sees the value in moving this work. And that's why I'm proud to be a partner. That's why we're going to make this happen. And that's why I see this as only the first step in building a deeper, broader, more sophisticated partnership to move the educational opportunities, to increase the equity, to increase the knowledge base of our citizenry across the state of Texas. And I want to thank you for including us in this journey.
Thank you, Jeff. You said 70,000 members at AFC. I cannot wait till we can put this opportunity in their hands for them and their children. You also shared with me, you said, you know what, I may need to come back and get my doctorate. So I'm gonna get you and Ann to come back, get your doctorate, become an alum and join Dr. David Harris to wear our blue and gold colors. We're excited to have this partnership. And you all, I just want to say, we made history. This is absolutely a historic event to have this cadre of individuals coming together to create bridges for our community and our learners. We made history today. And I'm so honored to share this day with you all. I do want to also say that you mentioned Dallas. We are working very hard in ensuring that we create opportunities for those families in Dallas, Texas to be a part, but across the state of Texas. Texas A&M University Commerce is small enough that we will know our students by name, and we're large enough and reputable enough that when they leave, that degree is going to mean. And to be able to enter into the workforce, they're going to be able to do and move mountains. I'll also say that this opportunity now is also timely because of COVID-19. There is no GRE, there is no SAT and ACT. Our students now can apply and get in with no, in other words, there's no excuse. We have the financial support, the academic support. This is a world-class faculty, a world-class opportunity. I cannot wait for the degree. I'm going to get ready to allow the president to give closing remarks. I do want to share that David Harris shared his plaque. Everyone has received a plaque to commemorate and memorialize the day, share with the membership, that this is something that we can hang and we can hold on to professionally. We also sent you all with your plaque some Texas A&M University goodies. And if you have not received those, look out for them. We will continue to build this relationship with each other. Steph said that this is just the beginning. And let me be clear. When I say just the beginning, I'm talking about creating certificate programs and additional courses. We're creating a new relationship with EDRA, the International Development Researchers Intercultural Research Development Association, where they are teaching a graduate level course with us. Our students are about to learn from people who are doing this work, grassroots right now, that are already connected throughout the state. They're going to learn from those that are absolutely the experts in the field and building that network. I've already talked with Ty in creating a certificate program for board policy, for school board members, for elected officials, for superintendents and principals that are getting ready to go in those roles, and they need to have a knowledge of how education policy comes together. He and Cinco Ramos with the Mexican American School Board Association have already said, what can we do to help with this? We're already creating a leadership certificate pipeline for urban and rural school communities with superintendents across the state. And I know Tapson and Tallis, Rick Lopez, the president for Tallis, wanted to be here. He's also the superintendent of Darling. He, on the text, he says, Kim, I can't make it, but this is historic. I can't believe we made it to this day. He will be on the next one. He is leading this work. Cinco stood with us. He says, we are in this together. Those two organizations, in addition to IBRA, we will have those. But what I'm telling you is this. Help me create relevancy and value to our community by giving input, impact, partnership, and development. Let us know what our students need, what the schools need now, so that when they can graduate, we don't have to retrain them. They're graduating with every skill set that they need to be impactful. Lastly, I just want to quickly introduce to you Dr. DeMarcus Hayes. He's the one that has been helping pull this together. He is the assistant dean for the College of Education. And we serve 8 departments in the College of Education. He represents 5 of those. I'll let him tell you what those 5 are. And then I'll also introduce his compadre really quick. And that is Dr. Juan Araujo, my other assistant dean, who you can see him right up there.
Another chair? Do we have another chair?
And he represents the education side. So together, you all, we're trying to create partnerships across the state of Texas, dual credit opportunities. We have some schools that are talking to us about an 1882. We're trying to create an alumni network, certificate programs. Some will just let them quickly tell you who they are, what they represent, and then our president will give those.
Good morning, everyone. So excited to be here. Very happy to work on these MOUs and get this opportunity out to all of our students and families of all these different organizations. I represent our human services side, which includes psychology, special education, counseling, social work, nursing, and human health performance. So not just education. So if you guys have students who are interested in any of those areas, please send them our way. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Juan Araujo, and I represent the Departments of Curriculum Instruction, Learning Technologies, and Ed Leadership. Also, teacher certification course. We are so very delighted that you have decided to join us in this effort, and we look forward to working together. Thanks.
This is the opportunity to serve. If whatever reason you all can't reach me, these 2 young men are ready and able and willing to come together to meet the needs of our community and to be the incredible president who I just value who you are. Thank you for today. Thank you for the journey that we have had together. Thank you for making history for the communities that we advocate for and love. And at this point, I will turn it over to Dr. Mark Rudin, the president for Texas A&M University Commerce, my boss, my ally, and my advocate in facilitating this work. You all, this is the man that made it happen for all of us.
Really, thank you. And what may come to a surprise to Dean McLeod is that she owes me for this. And I'll tell you how you can pay me back. I mean, as I listen to folks talk across the screen, the knowledge, the experience, the passion just comes out. And I would give anything when this darn pandemic is over to have these folks on our campus that rub shoulders with our faculty and administration and so forth, but maybe even more importantly, rub shoulders with our students. I would love to have some one-on-one time, 1-on-10 time with these talented people, with our students. If we can make that work out, Kimberly.
What do y'all say? Y'all good?
Love for you to have you on campus. Consider an open invite. So I say that because I hope that it's a true partnership. I'm hoping that it's not just signing a piece of paper, coming up with scholarships, talking the right talk. I hope that we establish a very deep relationship with each of you, with each of your organizations. And Kimberly, anything we can do to make that happen, it'll do nothing but strengthen the relationship and ultimately benefit our students. So I'm sitting here, I'm kind of chopping at the bit, so I want to sign this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has all of the MOUs. He is going to sign and execute those. We will get those to you so that you can have them as part of your record. We will celebrate you on our website for the College of Education. Make sure you put that and make it available. At this time, Dr. Rudin, you have the floor.
This is a lot more fun than it looks. I tell you. Very good.
Thank you. And now it is official. You all can open this opportunity up. I will contact you, or Dr. Hayes will contact you with additional details for you as well as for your respective institutions that your members represent. Thank you for participating on this 90